Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, Sloka 20. Akriti will do chanting. Na prarishyet priyam prapya no dvijit prapya cha priyam sthira buddhir sammudho brahmavid brahmani sthita. Shloka 21. Bhaya sparsheshva saktatma vindatyatmani yat sukham sa brahma yoga yuktatma sukha makshya mashnute. Thank you. So Shloka 21 is one of the important shlokas of Srimad Bhagwad Gita, and the topic is also very much in. It can be chanted for depression. Nowadays people are going in depression very frequently. So this shloka will help to come out of the depression. So now Shloka 20, we'll do the meaning part. Na, neither, parishyet, rejoice, priyam, the pleasant, prapya, obtaining, na, nor, udvijet, become disturbed, prapya, attaining, cha, also, apriyam, the unpleasant, sthira buddhi, steady intellect, ashamudha, firmly situated, brahmavid, having a firm understanding of divine knowledge, brahmani, established in God, sthita, situated or established. Now Sri Krishna ji is telling the yogis or the person who has attained the state of yogi or who has attained the state of Brahman. Such a person who knows divinity and is established in the absolute truth is no longer confused and is with an equanimous intellect. So such a person neither rejoices pleasant situation nor grieves the unpleasant situation. So this is what the yogi will feel from inside. You know? So that yogi, what he has followed all the instructions to control the desires, to control the anger, to be equanimous, to do the karma. So now that yogi, so he has trained himself. That is why he has become a yogi. He is in a Brahman state. So for that yogi, the unpleasant situation will also not affect, and if very good situation will also not affect. Your person will be neutral. So usually what happens when something undesirable happens, which we don't wish to happen or which we don't like, then what happens? We will, how we will react. We will be very sad or will be very angry or we will not like it. It's a very natural behavior. But for that yogi, the yogi will be neutral. He will accept that fact and he will not react basically. There will be no reaction because that yogi is neutral. Able to understand? So basically, okay, I'll make you understand. Suppose you wanted to go for swimming, okay, and by chance you are not able to go. So what happened? You wished to go for the swimming and you were not able to go. What will be your reaction? You will be sad, you will be unhappy, correct? But a person who has attained the yogi level, what is the yogi level? He is following all the instructions. His goal, that person's goal is moksha. That person is in the equanimous situation. So for that person will not react. That person will be okay, fine, no problem. Maybe it is the wish of Sri Krishna ji. Now you are able to understand. Basically, Sri Krishna ji is saying that a yogi or a person in the Brahman state will be neutral in all the situation. If it is a good situation also, the person is neutral. If it is a bad situation also, the person is neutral. That situations are not affecting that person. What happened with us? Generally, situations affect us. If it is a good situation, we are happy. If it is a bad situation, we are unhappy. We are sad. We are angry. We are upset. But a yogi will be beyond all these things. For a yogi, situations will not affect him because his focus is Sri Krishna ji, to attain the moksha, to do the karma, and be equanimous. That yogi has trained himself or herself to be in a state that whatever happens, it is accepting it and thinking that it is a command of Sri Krishna ji and I am offering it to Sri Krishna ji. Able to understand? चलो आकृति बोलो.
Sri Krishna is telling that if a person who doesn't have a knowledge and doesn't chant shlokas, that person in a good situation, that person will be happy, and in the bad situation, he will be unhappy. But a yogi who has offered everything, chant the shlokas, that yogi will be neutral in any way, if it's a good situation or a bad situation.
Very good. Thank you so much. Usha Buaji.
Here, the Lord Krishna is explaining those who have the real knowledge or those who have reached to the Brahmani or yogi. They won't be affected by any situation. They will be neutral in all the situation, whether it is bad or good, but they will be neutral. So they learn how to offer everything to Krishna and become on the path of moksha, and they become the yogis, so they uh, know how to control our situation, either if it is bad or yeah, either it is good, but he is controlling everything and he is happy, become he is saying that it is to Krishna, because
Thank
of Krishna he is happy.
Yeah, thank you. Rupashri ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. In the shloka, Lord Shri Krishna is telling that often we have different situations wherein we have expectations that if it doesn't go by our expectation, we feel disappointed. But a true yogi is one who doesn't get disappointed even though there's a happy situation or something, the sad situation. If the result is not as per our wish, also, a true yogi is one who behaves in an equanimous mind, so we need to try to attain such a mind, and it will help us eventually reach Krishna.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
So basically, we need to understand that situations are coming because of the nature, because of all the because of what are the things? Nature, elements, senses, intellect, and the surroundings to us. So, how a situation occurs? It is not just one thing. Everything matters. Everything are correlated to it. That is why the situation arises. So, a why and we also learn from bad situations. Bad situation actually teach a human a lesson. So wise men will understand that this situation has come to teach me something rather than becoming sad or unhappy. So that is what we should also learn. Any unpleasant situation or any unpleasant experience will give us a lesson for the life. So we need to take it in the try to take it in another way rather than getting sad or angry or no saying that why it happened to me. Instead, we should think beyond that. We should think the other part, that what this situation or what this experience, that is the unpleasant or not good, is teaching us. And we should think, okay, this is the lesson for me and it is for me. So we are learning from it. So, a yogi, a true yogi, or a wise man, or a person who has attained the Brahman state will understand this fact that unpleasant situation means we shouldn't be very sad or unhappy. In fact, we need to understand what it is teaching us. Okay, now next shloka 21. So, this can be chanted for depression. If somebody is in depression, this shloka will help to come out of it. Bhavya sparsheshu, external sense pleasure. Asakta atma, those who are unattached. Vindati, find. Atmani, in the self. Yat, which. Sukham, bliss. Saha, that person. Brahma yoga yukta atma, those who are united with God through yoga. Sukham, happiness. Akshyam, unlimited. Ashnute, experience. So now, those who are not attached to external sense pleasure. What is external sense pleasure? Everything. Here, whatever we are seeing is the externals. External is outside, senses are all the sense objects, and the pleasure is the happiness. So, like I want a new toy, I want a new dress, or like us, we need a branded this clothes or branded things. Those are the external sense pleasure. So, who are not attached to it, those are the yogis, the great yogis, or the person who is in the supreme state or the Brahman state, will realize divine bliss within the self. So, that person who is not attached with the external pleasures will realize eternal bliss, divine bliss inside in the self. It is not outside. So happiness is inside us. But people are searching for outside. It is a very common behavior. Everyone is searching for the happiness outside, but they are not realizing that there is happiness that is eternal, blissful, divine happiness which is inside us. So one who realizes that, a yogi, a person who is the supreme state or the Brahman state. For that, we have to be detached from the external pleasure, external outside pleasures. So, only by uniting with God through yoga, one can experience the never ending happiness. So, how will we get this happiness? We will get by being in the divine consciousness, by chanting the shlokas, by remembering Sri Krishna ji. So, this is what we get. A person who has realized the absolute truth will find so much never ending bliss within himself or herself that he will never be attached to the pleasure of the external sense organ activities. Are you able to understand, Agriti? See, suppose, when are you happy? When somebody gives you a gift, right? Or when you go for shopping and you buy whatever you like, you are happy at that time, correct? And when you are not happy, suppose you want something and your parents are not willing to give you that, what will happen? You will be unhappy. Yes? You will be sad, you will be angry, you will be unhappy. So, but Sri Krishna ji is saying that if we chant his shlokas, if we remember him, and if we are detached from all those things. Suppose you are like, no, I don't want anything, whatever you give me is fine. I only want to chant Sri Krishna ji and I am happy in chanting his shlokas. And you are doing your karma properly, you are controlling your senses, then what will happen? You will become a true yogi. Yes? So when you become a true yogi, you will be happy from inside. You don't want anything to be happy. Able to understand now? You will be happy without going for the shopping. You will be happy without getting any gift. You will be happy even if you don't get anything. You don't go for swimming, you don't go for playing, still you will be very happy. Able to understand now? That is called divine bliss. And that how we are getting? By chanting Sri Krishna ji shloka name, by chanting the shlokas of Bhagavad Gita, by offering everything. So that is called being in divine consciousness. Is it clear now? Clear? Thank you. Now you listen to everyone, then you tell me. ठीक है? उषा बुआ जी.
Here, Sri Krishna is saying that those who have reached to the level of Brahmin or yogi, they won't be attached to the external material lives. They will be happy in from the inside within themselves. They won't be always see whatever is going on. They just remember Sri Krishna from inside, and they are reached to the happiness or the what we say that the extreme happiness from their inside only, from themselves only. They remember the Krishna that he is giving me such a good happiness. Why should I will see here and there, or why should I will attach to the material life? I am happy in myself. So they always remember Sri Krishna and become happy from inside and outside, from everywhere. And they reach to the yogi or Brahmin level, and they are on the path of moksha.
Thank you. Rupashri ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. In the shloka, Lord Shri Krishna is trying to tell that we need to concentrate. So we should not go anywhere to look for to happiness. It lies within us. We shouldn't go in search of like materialistic things or like based on our senses and pleasure which we feel materialistically. That is the true pleasure. We have to look inside and actually we'll get that. And Sri Krishna is there within ourselves. We just have to like look inside. So at that time we'll not have disappointment if something doesn't go our way. So we'll anyway be happy if something good happens or something bad happens. We are always clear that happiness lies within us.
Yeah, true
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you. Akriti.
Sri Krishna is telling that any yogi in a bad situation or good situation will act neutral and will not be attached to the material things. But a normal person who has no knowledge and is attached to the material things, has so much liking and disliking, will be happy, sad. But a yogi will be neutral.
Correct. Thank you. So it's a very common saying, you know, like we have heard from our elders that happiness is inside. You don't get real happiness from the things, from buying or going for shopping or for holidays. So this is also Sri Krishna ji saying that it is inside us. We need to realize it. So it is the inner self. Or what is inner self? Sri Krishna ji. When we realize the inner self, that is Sri Krishna ji inside us, we become happy eternally, blissfully, and divine happiness. Jai